I like how they come in the press conference. No, the bike's good. No, it's not.
Still gotta figure out the bike. It's still making some troubles for us.
Man, if you account Chase out, I hope that this ride shows you should not. My guy ran over Tomac and won the race. That's what I'm talking about. Do y'all think Chase would have still won if Tomac would not have made that mistake? I say no. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trackside. It's your boy Cinema J here, and boys and girls, A1 is over. Wow, what a race. This is the best sport in the world. It is. To me, it is. Yeah, I like basketball. I don't watch football so much. The soccer and all the other motorsports racing. Supercross, motocross, super motocross, we keep going with that, is the best sport in the world. If you agree with me, like this video, comment. Before we get too far into everything, I want to give a big shout out and thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I would not be able to even produce these videos. Thank you, Lord, for the resources, just for blessing me with the ability to even do this. Thank you guys. And look, they talked about the fires and they said their hearts go out to them, but guys, especially my brothers and sisters in Christ, look, let's take it a step farther and pray for these guys. I mean, the whole world needs prayer, but you know, we're all celebrating this thing and there's people over here suffering. So I've been praying about it, but yeah, man, somebody in the comments actually mentioned just praying for rain. So for my prayer warriors out there, I encourage you, please, let's continue to pray for everyone while we, you know, comfortably sit here and talk about moto. So but no, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. It has been helping this channel greatly. So with all that being said, let's get right into it. This is the 450 video. Stay on the lookout for the 250 video. I'm gonna do that separate. I'm trying to find a flow right here, so I don't really know how I want to do things, but for now, let's talk about some 450s. All right, welcome back, guys. So first and foremost, let's talk about the winner of the 450 Monster Energy AMA Supercross Round 1 at Anaheim 1 race, which was Chase Sexton. Now, I was getting some hate from you guys. I was getting some hate saying there's no way. How can you consider Chase? And I said, as everyone else up here on TV has said, Chase in 2023 was clearly the fastest guy in Supercross. He was. If you don't think Chase was the fastest guy in 2023 Supercross, go back and watch the races. Now, I'm not saying he was the best, all right? He wasn't the all-around best. One category, fastest. This guy was lighting these dudes up in qualifying and everything. So with that being said, let's start with qualifying for these guys. Look, Chase said himself, all right? This is what Chase said. I don't know if it's word for word, but I'm not making this up. He said it did take a shot at him when he was not at the top of the board in qualifying. Look, a lot of y'all in my other video would shoot me down saying, oh, it's just qualifying. Look, qualifying is important, okay? Let's not, no, it doesn't mean the whole thing, right? It's not super important, but it is important. First off, if it wasn't important, we wouldn't have qualifying, all right? So let's not even say that. But when guys say that, this is what I mean. This is what I meant by what Tomac did by beating Jett and Chase in qualifying. It set the tone, man. It told them in one thing at the start of that day that you're not better than me. These guys they're coming up. It's not like back in the day. These older guys are learning from these newer guys, and they're hungry, they're champions, and they're not laying over. They're not laying over, and I love this. I love this. See, that's why I said it in the video. I know I'm making good points, all right? This is, everything matters. So Chase said this. So I don't care what y'all are talking about. Chase said it took a shot at him. No, it didn't completely kill his confidence or anything, but that's something he wanted. So best believe this, he knew one thing, Tomac is fast, Jett is fast. And if Tomac keeps doing that, it's gonna be in the back of their mind, especially if Tomac starts winning. He should have won tonight. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. Well, we'll get to him last, he didn't win. So Chase, bike looked good. Next point. He said it feels better, and he said he feels better, and that starts are important. I would say, Yes, he didn't get the whole shot. Prado is probably going to get every whole shot all year. I think I can confidently say that. My guy gets the whole shot. He almost got last year. All right, just slipped a little bit, okay? But, hey, compared to last year, Chase, this is decent. And I love the fact that he knows he's not 100% there on starts. Yes, keep that mindset. All right, he was telling Weege on Racer X show at the end when they were taking a little walk that, you know, he feels like he knows he could win and he can win a lot, but he's just not the guy that's going to go out there and say it. This is huge because he was not talking. I said this. Maybe I thought didn't say it. I'm gonna say I said it. I said it to myself. Like, everyone's counting him out and he's just waiting, man. He's just gonna come out here and show you what he can do. And he did it. Oh, yes. I'm so glad that he just got a win. I'm so glad. Cause like I said, man, Chase, to me, once I got back into the sport and you know, there's Tomac and Webb, but looking at the newcomers coming up, when he got on that Honda and seeing how much faster he was, I was like, you know, Tomac, he's known for his rides. Like, we didn't see beast mode every race. Like, he's like dominating. If that were the case, he'd have more than 72 wins. But Chase had the speed as if like, yo, there's somebody faster than Tomac. Come on, man, you can't disagree with me here. Chase was the first time I saw somebody go faster than Tomac when Tomac was on, okay? There were some races in 23 where Tomac he wasn't having many problems. He was in second. Chase would come up and pass. Tomac couldn't catch him. That's what we saw with the Jett thing. So that's why I compared Jett and Chase. Yo, I feel like this is gonna be something we see a lot of. We didn't get to see the battle we wanted, but I'm happy for Chase. Chase looks solid. He looked unfazed besides a few stalls. That's things we could work out. And they were safe stalls, you know, not like the James Stewart, was that 2008 stall before you go into the whoops, he went in neutral. That's the mistakes you don't want to make. All right. So it was a safe mistake. I'll take that. But man, looked great. That's all I got to say. Man, if you would count Chase out, I hope that this ride shows you should not. My guy ran over Tomac and won the race. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right, getting into Roczen. Let's talk about him. Okay, Ken Roczen. You know, I don't know if he still got the same trainer as Chase. Those guys kind of working together down in Florida, but hey, this is great. These guys, you know, you could tell they're buddies, they're pals. I love it. I love it. This is good, man. These guys were up there. It was no drama. It was just good racing. And just Roczen looked great, man. He called a second, he got it. I'm not mad at that for Roczen. This is solid. This is a guy who, if he does what he did last night and everyone keeps exploding, imploding, crashing and dashing off into the billboards, then Roczen, hey man, Roczen and Webb used to be them dudes, right? So, hey, they still in their top fives for them. Great. If they can maintain that the whole year, solid. I think overall, he looked good. I do feel like he could be faster. So he looked good, but he wasn't the fastest, man. So what do you guys feel about Roczen? I didn't ask, what do you feel about Chase, man? Come on, let me know in the comments. Where y'all at with Chase? Where you at with Roczen? I'm a fan of Roczen, but like, if he won, I'm not mad. Like, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Honestly, I'll be honest, most of these guys win, I'm happy because I'm a fan of all of them. But Roczen looked great in that heat race. Hey, it was feeling like 2021, 2020, 2019, and before he got hurt, you know, Roczen, I was like, hey, this is what we want to see, yo. So the crowd gets pumped when Roczen comes through in the lead. So I think we can all say Roczen, for us, I believe in the sport, is just the equivalent of Tomac when he's out front. If Roczen's out front, if Tomac is out front, the crowd's reaction is the same. Moogie's up front. Like, these guys have been in the sport for so long. I just love to see, like, we got so many guys who can be in the lead and we're all cheering. This is great, man. So that was super awesome. Hey, whatever they did to his transmission, factory transmission, the suspension, I would say this is huge for Roczen coming out of A1. Great. We got Anderson next. Look, Ando, I don't know what happened on that start, but yo, that was crazy. All right, Jason Anderson, he looked good too. Here's the thing. Jason Anderson got third, and like they made a few changes. You know, the dirt was a little tricky. He made that mistake. I believe if he wouldn't have made a mistake, Chase would have got by him. I believe Roczen would have got by him because Roczen's opening first few laps speed, his sprint speed, I believe is better than Jason Anderson's. Jason Anderson, man, he was just different in 2022. I don't think we saw that, but if he does what he does last night, Anderson is in the hunt, man. He's kind of in the same place as Roczen, in my opinion, because what if Anderson didn't have the blown spokes? Right? He got third in a 450 class, stacked 450 class with broken spokes on his front wheel that you got to look at the whole time. This guy is oh my goodness, man. What a ride by Jason Anderson, yo. El Hombre, let's go, man. Let's go. That was tough. I had Anderson winning the whole title in 2023. Didn't happen. He was kind of ghosted. Man, it's just good to see a guy winning, especially a guy comes on a Kawasaki Monster Energy. Come on, let's go. And this is great, man. So I could see him podium, you know, getting a good podium, you know, top 5. He's a champ, okay? And he's here. He showed up. I don't have much to say besides the fact that he didn't get a average third place. My guy got a third place with broken spokes, hitting the suspension. That speaks to me, man. Come on, yo. How do y'all feel about this? Like Webb, you lost to Anderson, and Anderson had broken spokes. This means something. So this just got me more excited for next week. I mean, the tracks are going to change. Dirt's going to be different. So who knows? But Anderson does come out firing on all cylinders these first races. He got a podium last year, battling with Webb. So, I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns here on what's going to happen. It's just the first race. But either way, Anderson looking solid. I can say that much. Looks better than the Honda team. We'll save them for last. All right, next, we're going to talk about Tomac and Webb. You might as well fuse the star guys together because they lost. All right, they didn't get on the podium. It is what it is. All right, Tomac, you can't do that, buddy. You can't do that, man. Bro, we've seen this time and time again. And this is where I'm like, guys are like, hate on me in the comments. Cause I was just like, you know, Tomac dropped the ball. Yeah, he was fast. He was beast mode, all that, but he wasn't getting it done. This is what I'm talking about. I don't care who you are. You can't do that. Yeah, you just can't do that. He did it. He's bummed about it, clearly. And it's stuff like this though, where I can see him coming back. I can see him like down the road, especially if he doesn't win a championship at all this year. If he doesn't win a Supercross championship, motocross championship, you know, I would be feeling like if he's close though, which right now my guy is there. All right, he's getting a W this year, but to be that close, dude, you got the whole shot. I know it's there in him. Like, nah, man, I got at least one more Anaheim in me. Like, I'll come back from one race. I gotta do this for me. Dude, he would have won. Do y'all think Chase would have still won if Tomac would not have made that mistake? I say no. I don't see it. Tomac's bike looked to be working the best for the rider to me all night. Tomac was on it. James said it, Ricky said it. Chase's bike looked good too, but like Chase said himself, he doesn't feel like he's that Chase. He don't feel like he's that 23 Chase. For that reason, Tomac feels like he's 23 Tomac. So I'm saying Tomac would have won. I'm just going on what these guys are saying. So, you know, you hop in the comments, say I'm talking crazy, whatever. That's what they're saying, okay? That's what I deduce from what they're saying, all right? If you disagree, drop it down in the comments. You think Chase would have beat Tomac if Tomac won a blue star? I say no. What do you guys say? Cooper Webb, he's in the hunt. That's just what I got from him. He's in the hunt. This is great. This is solid for Cooper Webb. This is good. Anything, you know, first to fourth, great for Cooper Webb. This is what he does, man. Because, man, guys are going to have off nights. What happened to Jett could happen to Chase and vice versa. But so long as Cooper Webb does what he does, which is a solid top 4, top 5, you know, honestly needs to be top 3. I know that's what he wants. Then he can win the Supercross championship. That's where we're at, man. There's so many good guys. You just gotta get a top 3. Cause everybody like, yo, the start was horrendous. It just was. It was terrible. It caused so much chaos. And it just, man, I don't know. So I don't know what they're going to do with that or if they're going to do that again. But whatever happened with that start, it caused, for me, too much chaos. Yo, we just couldn't get clean starts. And I want to see everybody coming out of these starts fresh and clean to see what they got straight up. So there's no excuses of, oh, I got knocked off or, oh, I got handlebars locked up. At the end of the day, you got to get better starts because the people like Prado, he got the start. He got the whole shot, and he was good. Now, Tomac, he's back. He was killing them starts when he got on the star. I think we're going to see that kind of thing all year. Webb, he was just in the hunt, man. I don't know. Webb has not been known for starts. He need to talk to Tomac. Be like, hey, buddy, like, how do I get starts like this? Do I need to come to Colorado? Like, for real, because if Webb could get starts, he's in the hunt then, man. So sucks to see him, you know, having to work up at the end like that. But like I said, that just, to me, it's what I said with Webb before too, man. The guy all the way to the very end will be around 5 seconds behind you. He was in 4th, and last time I checked, close to like 2 laps out, he was 7 seconds back. That's huge. Usually 4th place getting dropped, yo, but not in this class. And 5th was Tomac coming. Yo, dude was coming like a freight train. He was catching everybody except for Chase. So, which is hard to beat Chase. He just had a clear track. So, what do you guys think about all this, man? I believe Webb is in the hunt. This is a solid finish for him. Solid finish for Tomac considering what happened. Top 5 is no small feat in this class. My guy passed all these dudes up to, hold on, Chase champion, Anderson champion, Webb champion. Roczen should be a champion. He caught up to the champs. Anderson, Webb, Chase. That's the 4 champs right there, except for Jett. So he caught up to the previous champs, and Roczen, who once again should be a champ. He is in my respect, should be one, and he's up there. He's been battling for those titles. So, man, this is gonna be tough. So coming on the Honda here, I'll leave them for their own segment. I don't want to kick them while they're down, but we're just gonna talk about what we saw. Respect these guys because I know they're bummed. And yeah, let's get into the Honda boys. All right, Team Honda HRC. As I'm watching right now, Jett go down in the sand section. Not sure. Oh, man. All right, look, first off, I want to talk about what James and Ricky said about the bikes, how they looked. This is why I love having James and Ricky in the booth. This is great for all of us, especially people like me who just don't have the eye that they have, man. These are 2 greatest of all times in their own respects. So, James, there was a moment we're watching Jett and he's coming around the turn and just going straight in the front wheel. It's just a lot of chatter in the front end, and he's just going straight. The wheel is barely touching the ground, and as it's catching a little dirt here and there, it's just a lot of chatter in there. And then he's got to brake with that chatter. Now he's got to hit the brakes coming in the next bowl turn while the bars are chattering. And I was like, wow, this is why you need a guy like James and them in your corner to point these things out. I mean, I know Jett and Hunter are going to point these things out, but just from the side, you can look and analyze, be like, hey, dude, your bike was looking like this. We need to address this first. That was wild to me. Like, what is going on with that, yo? So that was one thing, you know, and then he made a good point. It's like they're reacting to what the bike is going to do. When you're racing and riding like that, you can't race or ride. And I'll be honest, that's what I was seeing from Jett and Hunter all day. I didn't want to say it, but I was like, they just look like they're holding back. And that's what it is. It's the bike. It's the bike. So this, as we see, I like how they come in the press conference. No, the bike's good. No, it's not.
Still gotta figure out the bike. It's still making some troubles for us.
The bike is not good. But you know, you don't want to put your weaknesses out there, and then your enemies get stronger. You know, and then it's like, oh yeah, I know, we got them. You know, so I get it. That's probably why they didn't want to say anything. But stars are not there. The bike The setup is not there. We could see that. There's no secret. We could just see that with our own 2 eyes. So the other thing, I think Ricky pointed this out, was the back end. No grip, no rear grip. So typically we know when we see Hunter and Jett on, like we can see it. I mean, these guys are just ripping and running everywhere and everyone else just can't emulate what they're doing. Not the case in Anaheim 1. Man, they just did not look good, man. And I know Honda's gonna figure it out, but now I'm going back to what they said, which is they take their technique and they adapt to what the bike is doing. Man, the bike seemed to be so out of whack today. That just wasn't working. That wasn't working, man. So, hey, man, this is what I was saying. Like, when they come in with the mentality that they had of America doesn't want us, all that stuff, all I hear is just talking about all that. But there's so much good to talk about. First off, I'm a champion. Thank God that I was able to even get to this point in position. And this is why I was saying, if you are winning and look at the negative comments, yeah, they might not affect you as much because you're at the top. So it's like you're looking down at all that stuff. But what happens when you are down and you're looking at all the negative comments? Now you're in there with them. What do you do with that? All right. And Jett is young, man. So I really hope that his headspace is good. Man, I hope that, I know Hunter, he's usually solid in there. If anything, he's probably more concerned for Jett, which I would be if I was, his brother. So, man, I just, my thoughts and prayers actually, honestly, go out to the Lawrences. I hope those guys mentally are doing good. I hope Jett is dealing with this okay, because when I was that age, man, going through what he's going through, whew, I couldn't say I would be doing pretty good right now. So, yeah, man, let's just be respectful. You know, anybody who follows me, that's all I'm asking to encourage everyone. Just be respectful. These guys are solid. They're nice. All right. And clearly they just got some bike issues, and hopefully they figure it out before the end of the Supercross season, like Chase almost did, which he still didn't, because what a bummer would it be for us to not see battles this year with Jett and Chase, Jett and Hunter. You know, just you're the defending champ. We want to see some battles. You got the #1 plate. So I'm just excited now still to wait and hopefully see Chase battle Jett. Wouldn't it be awesome to see a 3-way battle with Chase, Jett, and Tomac? Wow, that would be crazy. Those are I can't say 3 fastest guys after last night. I'm watching it now, man. It was the moment in the race where Jett was 10th and he was just racing around with, what's that, Bloss? Yeah, and McElrath. Oh gosh, and I'm just like, this is crazy right now. Whoa. Yeah, I'm like, yo, he just didn't look fast. And I'll be honest, he didn't have the body language. Like, that was the thing I was saying in past videos. When Jett gets on it, man, this guy looks hungry. He looks like Tomac when he was coming through the pack. You could just see it when a guy wants that title, wants that championship. It's no matter what. I don't care if I'm dead last. I'm coming out here sending it. I don't care who's in my way. I'm getting around you and I'm doing it fast. I did not see that from Jett. This is wild. So I'm bummed for them, but we're gonna see next week. I'm excited for Saturday. So drop down in the comments, man. This is the wrap up. What do you guys think about all this? This is a lot, all right? This is a lot to talk about. There's so many intricate things that we could dive into that I may point out. But as these guys, things are revealed throughout the week, hey man, we're gonna jump on it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited for the next race already. Oh, I didn't get to mention one thing. Barsha, AP, and Malcolm, they won, man. They did it. They beat Jett and Hunter. Okay, and I'm not saying that to be a hater for Jett and Hunter. I'm saying that out of respect for them because they're so good. Dude, Malcolm exploded in the heat race. I'm watching it right now. Exploded in the heat race. Think about this. Malcolm exploded in the heat race, had to race the LCQ and almost didn't make it out of that alive, and came back and successfully, I think that was the wild card for the night. 10th is Malcolm. So shout out to whoever got that. But man, he beat Jett and Hunter. He won. That's at least what I would be thinking. So, hey man, Jett and Hunter, they're gonna be in it all year. So I said this, everybody's strategy has got to be beat Jett and Hunter because they have been the guys to beat. They were 1 and 2 in Super Motocross. You just gotta beat who's at the top, man, and they're at the top. So yeah, Chase Sexton, I'm a fan. As soon as Tomac is out, Chase, I'm the biggest Chase fan. That's the #1 guy for me. There it is. Cooper Webb, because North Carolina, I'm biased, but either one of the guys win, I'm good. I like Jett because he seems to be the best rider of like this generation right now. But I'm the biggest fan of Chase for a few different reasons. But who's your favorite rider? Who you rooting for the most? Drop it down in the comments, man. Consider subscribing, like the video, comment, man. Let's go. We are here. We have made it. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one.